Hey everybody, it's Jay Ball, Blue Jays Outdoors, and I hope you guys are having an awesome day. I'm really looking forward to making this video. I've been posting a lot of reels on Instagram of reels and just trying to talk about how setting these things up can be a game changer. So I've showed like the retention knob real quick about how to make really small adjustments, and either you get a backlash or you don't, and you're never going to avoid them 100%. But there is a way that I found that I was taught a long time ago when I first started using bait casters, actually from a good friend of mine in Virginia, probably well over 12 years ago, 14 years ago, before I got into bass fishing. But he showed me how to, at least out of the box, get the bait caster set up and adjusted for the weight of lure that you're using. I'm going to show you guys how to do that real quick. We're going to keep this video really short and sweet. This is by no means set in stone, but this is just what I do out of the box as far as how to get these reels set up so that I eliminate or reduce the amount of potential backlashes that I'll get. You're going to get them. It's going to happen. It's just going to take practice. I know there's a lot of controversy between spinning reels versus bait casters, and a lot of guys are like, this is why I don't throw bait casters, because of the backlash. Well, I'm going to show you a really easy way to adjust the tension knob here, the retention knob, whatever you want to call it, to help, again, reduce the eliminated backlashes out of the box. Stay tuned, guys. You're not going to want to miss this video. Okay, so as long as it's not going to rain, I'm going to try to do this out in the yard and not in the garage, because I guarantee I'm going to hit the top of the garage with the rod. So anyway, this is a Revo Max bait caster from Abu Garcia. This is a super high speed reel. It's like 10 point, 41 inches per 10.1 to 1. This is on my frog rod. This is 60-pound camouflage or pink camouflage braid from Beyond Braid, and then I've got a Guggen Squad pink frog that I dye. I'll leave a link to this video on how I dye these frogs pink. But this is the I think it's the Vengeance series on this. I think it's a 7'6" heavy rod. This is my frogging rod, so this thing gets a workout, because I frog fish from like June until October. But out of the box, it's kind of interesting, the comments that I've been getting on social media about how guys don't even do any adjustments out of the box with their reels, and they just use their thumb. And I find that really hard to believe, because when you first buy these reels, I don't care what manufacturer they're from, this retention knob right here is back completely off. So right now I've got this lure set and weighted, or this reel set for this lure weight, and I'll show you guys how to do that. But right now you'll see when I click the button on here, watch how fast the frog drops, okay? Well, of course I say that, and it's wrapped around the tip. There we go. Okay, hopefully you guys can see this a little bit better. So see how quick that drops? That's pretty fast. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to back off this retentioner. I'm not going to touch the magnet. I'm going to use the retentioner here. I'm going to back the retentioner off. So watch this. I'm going to try to get this so you guys can see this. Sorry, my neighbor's driving by. But I'm going to back this thing off, and as I back this off, you're going to see that frog start to drop. It's usually about 20 or so clicks. See how fast that drops? Watch how fast that thing drops now. Okay, that's way too fast. So straight out of the box, I mean, these reels spin really freely. Look at that. That's how they are out of the box. Okay, so when people are like, oh, I don't need to adjust my bait caster straight out of the box, you're gonna get backlashes if you don't adjust it at all. Okay, so let me get this line out of here, this backlash out of here now. Okay, let me get this out of here using my thumb. Okay, there we go. So I'm gonna reel the line out. Now here's the trick. Okay, I want to show you guys this, and this is how I adjust my reel depending on the weight of the lure. Okay, so this frog I think is maybe like ½ ounce, and what I do is I adjust this retention knob until the lure has a nice even fall. Okay, so watch this. I'm gonna hit the trigger, and it's gonna drop really fast. Okay, that's way too fast. I'm going to adjust it about 5 clicks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Still too fast. Okay, I'm going to adjust it again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Still too fast. 5 more clicks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Starting to slow down a little bit. Let me do 5 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 20 clicks. Okay, it's falling a little bit slower. Still too fast. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There, it's starting to slow down. I'm liking that now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now you see how it's dropping a slower, quite a bit slower. Let me show you the spool real quick so you guys can see this. Okay, watch. See how it's a really nice, even, kind of smooth drop. I'm going to adjust it about 2 more clicks, and then we're going to make a cast with it, okay? 1, 2. See what this drop looks like? Okay, that looks pretty good. You see how it's just kind of a nice, even, slow drop? It's not hitting the bottom, it's not hitting the ground super fast. That's pretty good. Now let's make a cast and see how well it casts and see if we get a backlash. Now I am gonna thumb the line. I'm not gonna take my thumb off the line, but let's just see what happens when I cast it. All right, here we go. So you can see it didn't backlash, right? So that's pretty good. So from factory settings, it was about 20 to 30 clicks to get it with the frog so that it doesn't backlash. So the biggest thing with these bait casters is you have to get this retention knob adjusted properly right here, okay? So I'm gonna back this back down or crank it up 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Again, nice, even, slow drop. You know, maybe sometimes make it, well, it's wrapped on the tip. And this nice, smooth drop. That's really good, actually. That's not too bad. Now, as I'm casting on the water, I'll make adjustments. If I make a cast and it backlashes a little bit, I'll tighten it down one more. And if you want, you can start playing with the magnets. I do this as far as like the drop, trying to help slow the drop down, but that's really as hard as it is to get these things dialed in. Now, I can put any size frog on here. A smaller one, it's gonna make it a little bit harder to cast because, again, the more you tighten this down, the more tension you put on the spool, the shorter your casts are. But you guys can see, I mean, with not a ton of effort, I mean, how much farther do you want to cast when you're frog fishing, right? I mean, that's a pretty good cast. And it took us, what, 30 seconds to adjust this reel out of the box conditions. So that's really as hard as it is to get a bait caster set up. So if you guys are struggling with these, now you pull like a 1 ounce jig on here or a 3/4 ounce jig or something different, you have to adjust this knob. I really ever touch this magnet right here. This is usually on min. I'll maybe dial this in for a few rods. But guys, that's it. That's really as hard as it is to get these bait casters dialed in. So don't be intimidated by them because there are a lot of applications for these. And yeah, you guys are gonna thank yourself a whole lot more if you guys just take the time to get these things tuned in. And it started to rain. So now I'm back in the garage. So now that you've actually seen, you know, how some small adjustments can keep the reel from backlashing or, you know, from free spooling, I guess, because maybe that's a better term we use instead of free spooling. Let me show you. So again, let me push the button here and you guys can see it drop. Okay, that's pretty, maybe a little too quick, but I'm gonna only adjust this knob 5 clicks and let's see what happens if it actually stops it, because I want to show you just how powerful this knob can be if you either overdo it or if you over tighten it or go too loose. So again, you guys can see how fast this is gonna drop. Okay, pretty quick. Let's adjust this. Let's tighten it 5 clicks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, watch. I'm gonna push the release button. It ain't hardly moving. Okay, so that's gonna be hard to cast. You're not gonna be able to cast very far with it moving that slow. So I'm gonna back it off 5 clicks. 1, look at that's how that 1 click. Did you guys see that? 1 click. See, look. Open the bail. Nice and smooth. Let me tighten it down one more. There, look at, it's open right now. See how slow it's moving? Back it off 1 turn, 2 turns, 3 turns. See, look at how quick that dropped. So again, that knob right there, this thing can be your lifesaver, or it can really, it can ruin your day. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this really short video. Leave a comment down in the comment section if this made sense or if I need to redo it from some different angles. I do apologize, it's starting to rain. But again, you got to make sure that you keep this knob adjusted, and as your bait weight changes, you have to adjust this knob. And I think that's why we've got so many different bait casters and so many different rod combinations, is because different lures are used for different purposes. You're not going to fish this frog on a really light, medium light rod and expect to wench fish out of thick, heavy grass and reeds like we do up in northern Michigan. So again, really hope you guys enjoy this really short tips and tricks video. Again, my name is Jay Paludes Outdoors. If you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel. Make sure you leave a thumbs up. Really helps drive this content through the algorithm. We're getting really close to 1,000 followers, guys, or 1,000 followers. Like I mentioned in one of my previous videos, once we get to 1,000 followers, I'm going to do a giveaway of a really cool thing that I use to actually capture my content. I'm going to show you guys how I build it, and then I'm going to give one away. So stay tuned. Keep the comments coming. Keep the support coming. I cannot thank you enough for our support. And remember, the easiest way to change your attitude is by showing good attitude. Thanks, and we'll catch you in the water next time.